Hi, thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so a few technical difficulties, no big deal. Here we are. So it's raining and thundering here and lightning, which is really powerful. I love that kind of weather. Um, it really makes me feel like change is here. It's occurring. This change is being kind of broken apart by this powerful vibration, this powerful light. And so and the change is being seeded by the light, but the remaining stuff that needs to be broken apart and let go of is happening right now. It's happening. Here we go with some more layers right now with this um, peeling away, this releasing, this dropping off of those things that we don't need. And so, with this comes sometimes these waves of emotion, and that's okay. You just ride them. So that can be easier said than done, of course. When we have these waves of emotion, we need to allow ourselves the space and the time to surf, to rock, to um, deepen, deepen our breath, because the breath is really the place to go to when we start feeling all this emotion rising. I mean, the breath is always a place to go to. It's always a place to come back to come home to, is the breath within, our sacred breath of life. It's filled with power and magic and light and this initiation, really. Okay, so today I have pulled a few cards. And I keep seeing the sunset, and I just got off my radio show, and I was talking about a sunset, and I want to share that with you, that what my angelic guides and star beings and teams of light are showing me is there's this beautiful chalice that sits above the sea, and it's golden, and some people can really see it, and some people feel like you know they can't, and that's fine, it doesn't matter. But there's this beautiful chalice that holds itself like this above the sea, and you don't have to live near the sea or be visiting the sea to see this. You see it within, because it's within you. Okay, see the sea within you. I like that. So feel it, see it within you. And so when you close your eyes, or even if you're one of those that meditate with eyes open, with the veiled kind of light, or the seeing through the veils and allowing yourself to pierce through those veils with eyes open, that can be really powerful. But this sea lies within you as well. And when we see the sun physically set on the sea, it's very powerful. But the sun disk sets down, nice, sits right down inside of that chalice. It allows itself to just place itself in that chalice. And so when it sets, it's like this this lock inside of this lock is being opened or turned. This box opens up because the sun disk is like the key, and the chalice is the holder of light and sound and mystery and healing and eternal life. Okay, so here the sun disk set down, just setting as the sun sets. And unfurling from its side are these beautiful wings of light, and they're powerful, and they are the hues of the rainbow, and they may look deep to some people or light and bright to others. They may be vibrant or very dark, and not in a sense of shadowy, but in a sense of like deep hues instead of the bright, vibrant hues. And they unfold and they unfurl, and they within them, as they unfold from the sun disk and chalice, they have encoding all of these codes within them, and they're shining it upon the sea, and the sea connects to us, the moon, our bodies, our bloodstream, our womb. And so as these key codes are being given from this light, And again, you don't have to be by the sea right now to see that. But whatever time it is for you in the time of the day where the sun sets, that's where you can take the time to do it, or any other time of day, because time is a spiral, right? It's all at the same time. But whatever that is for you, take time to tune into that, to open to that, to feel it and receive it. It's like liquid gold being poured into your light body, into your physical body. And when those wings unfurl and unfold, they bring those coatings. And when that disc sits in the chalice, it shines that out, and the water overflows from the disc, from the chalice, as the disc sets down in. I love, if you want to join in the chat room, I'd be happy for you to. And if you have any questions or anything there, I know. uh, so in some very magical, their magical places are all over the world, but the sun has already set. So having this rainbow winged being opening itself because of the merging of the divine masculine, the sun, and the divine feminine, that beautiful chalice filled with that water, that womb, the merging and integration of them opens those wings and brings those coatings, brings the light, because they merge their light. And so here we have the moon tonight also, wherever you are, whatever time it is for you, you can also connect to that light, because they intertwine and they merge within us when they shine. Okay, when they shine. And so one of the cards I pulled earlier was this, which is, I don't know if you can see this, the sun card, illumination, growth. Okay, and it's that divine masculine, which is so beautiful. And the divine masculine's dance is so beautiful. And the holder, the embracer of the divine feminine, the protector, the honorer, and she also honors him. The divine masculine is honored by the divine feminine. So we have these energies that are really fluid, I feel like, especially today with initiation, awakening, or looking at these emotional upbringings for us. And because the moon is moving, for some already, it's moving into that Aquarian dance right now. And so it brings that expansion. And if you were listening to my radio show just a little bit ago, I was talking about the stretching within the skin. And I keep seeing this dance, which I may have talked about before, but there's this piece of cloth. If you imagine, this fabric covering you, and, stretching within this skin, trying to express and push, beyond your comfort zone, beyond what you think are your limitations or your boundaries, because you may have set boundaries for yourself. Other people may have set them for you. And right, other people may have set them for you. That means you accepted those boundaries being set. So it's time to take those down if they're being shown to you, because that means you're ready to take down those boundaries, to see the illusion, to push it, to expand it, to move beyond. Okay, so they're telling me, yeah, to move beyond. Let me know if you can hear me. I just want to make sure. We have a lot of interesting electrical movement today. That's what I'll say. Light movement within my tech equipment. So there we go. So let me know if you can hear me or you cannot. And I'm just gonna, okay, good. So stretching within that skin, pressing against, and it really comes from your heart space right here, the higher heart. It's pressing with your heart light and allowing yourself to really feel and embody those emotions that you might be allowing yourself to mermaid through, is the word they're giving me. Mermaid or merman through. Okay, because we need that swimming of the emotional tides right now. And so thank you. So those emotional tides can help us if we ride the waves and allow our body. And so the movement that comes to me from this is the undulation of the body. Okay. And so allowing your body to undulate. And again, undulation, I usually think of, this way, like the torso, this is the front, the back of the body. So if I were doing it this way, okay, but undulation can also be this way. And, really allowing your head to go with it. And sometimes to raise the light, we keep the head on the spine and allow the rest of the body to isolate and move. And sometimes I get the information, like for some of you, so feel what works best for you. When we keep our head on the spine and allow your body to move this way, I know you probably can't see me very well. I'll just sit up a little bit. When we allow the body to move this way and keep the head on the spine, then it builds the energy within. Then we can build it so far up into that heart space, and then we can allow the head to move and it brings it out. I hope that makes sense to you. So thinking of charging your phone, if you charge it on your body, or if you charge it in a plug, building that energy so then it can be released out. Okay. But building it for the headspace and allowing yourself to hold that energetic vibration, and like the hummingbird, vibrating within, allowing yourself to have that internal vibration. Okay. And that's what we're doing. We're building that vibration. And so undulating the body, being that mer being of light, riding those tides and those waves, or undulating back and forth. Both use the pelvis, right? So we're not just isolating the rib cage, we're using the pelvis. And so it starts from the low pelvis, allowing that to move back and forth. Okay. And then allowing your entire body to just, and the more you get comfortable, you might be like, oh, that feels interesting in my body. Your body is letting you know, because the body is always in truth, it's always telling you what's going on. It's your instrument and temple of light. And so it tells you, this is what's happening. So if you're feeling something physical within your body as you start to move, or even if you're not moving, it's telling you, tune into that, because there's something energetic, something emotional, mental, and in your energetic bodies, and there are many, many energetic bodies that you have. So tune into that and ask, where is that coming from? And a lot of people have asked me, how do I tune into that? What do I say? Just ask. Okay, you can say guides of light, or divine source, or whatever words you want to use. You can say self, highest self. Where is that coming from? Asking yourself, where is that coming from? Placing your hands on your womb and one on your heart space, and asking, where is this pain coming from in my body? What is it telling me? And definitely let's talk about it in a minute. If it's in, you may hear, like if it's in your leg, think about which leg is it, and just listen. And don't, well, I won't say don't, allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to receive what comes first, what you feel first, what you know first, what you hear first or see first. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You are infinite. You are eternal. So that allows you to know, allows you to bring in that guidance when you trust whatever's coming in. Okay, so ask yourself, okay, what is that pain in my leg? What is happening there? And listen, and allow yourself to breathe, not holding the breath as you move and listen. And then you may hear something about your leg, and if it's left or right, what is your stability like? Maybe in your environment, self-worth. Where's your stability with self-worth? It could be stability with whatever area is going on in your life. Okay. So listen to your body. Listen to your body, especially when you begin to move, and making sure you're breathing. Okay. So that is something that came through very, very strongly. I wanted to share. And so I love this. We had so many crows and ravens actually yesterday and today, and they kept calling and calling out to me. It's a grand calling out of magic, of remembrance, of remembering the magic and the eternalness of yourself within. When I hear ravens or crows calling, they're also about the womb space. A lot of people will recognize the magic, the void, but connecting it back to the womb. everything that you can create now. So you have this womb space with, especially with the moon moving into, every time I feel that the moon is moving into another, dancing into another sign, a beautiful sacred space, then we have another shift of that womb, place. And it brings that dark that holds everything and nothing. And what does that mean? That means that creation is at hand. Okay, creation is at hand. So um, yeah, I see in the chat room. I do feel the moon's movements too every time, and many people here in my house are feeling that today too, and I know you all are as well. So premonition, right? And the artist to me, she didn't really tell me what she was drawing, but at the time we talked later, and we both were like, "Wow, crow, raven," and they are the bringers again of that knowingness, of the remembrance. And so premonition isn't just, you know, receiving what's going to happen. It's a recalling of what you already know. And that's what is going to happen anyway, right? This, what you already know, and then the creation of, are you going to continue down that path? Do you want to choose something different? Do you want to send healing, if it's not about you, to someone else, but always asking permission first, and sending it from your higher heart, violet flaming it if you need to. So, um, yeah, that premonition. And I feel like that with this moment now, you are open and ripe. You're ripe for that premonition. And again, when I say ripe, I see again the sun disk coming into that chalice and the unfurling, and it makes me want to do like these wings, this unfolding of this light. So find, what is that? What is that inner knowingness, that deep mystery, that deep magic that's coming up to the surface for you. Okay. So also with premonition, and this, and I'm gonna, I love this. The card, I'm gonna bring it a little bit closer. Do you see the number in it? I know it's backwards, so I'll turn it upside down. So it's the number 3. She painted it in a 3, and 3 to me, of course, is a divine feminine number. And we all have that within us, all of us, no matter what gender you identify with or none, you have that within you. And the 3 is also the calling of all of yourselves, all of your maiden, your mother, your wise woman, medicine woman, shaman, crone within you. It's the calling of the great Sophic being, the great mother, Isis, Hathor, Sekhmet, the great ones. To help you with this, this void, this creation, this knowingness, this internal coming up and out and about. Okay, so also I always feel that, especially in dream time, if we see something 3 times or feel it or know it, also I feel for me, not in dream time but in awake time as well, that heralds premonition. So feel that out for yourself and see if that resonates. So the last card, transition, release, and reflection, hibernation, cocooning. So it's winter. I love winter too. I love all the seasons really. But the reflection of where you've been and where you are, of the knowingness of that new and fresh moment is right there on that cusp. Winter also allows the dying off of the old, allows, and that's what releases the letting go of those patterns, those shadows, those things that are rising for you right now as the moon shifts, and as we grow in light with the moon right now, as she shifts into her other sign of dance and melody and growing into the full moon. This can bring that time of release, peeling away, dropping away, falling off of. And so having joy in that transition, knowing that it's going to change. You're not going to sit there in that painful emotion or beingness forever. You're not going to. It's fleeting, and that's the word. I'm just listening. That's the word that they're giving, even though at the time it doesn't feel fleeting, right? So allowing yourself to go within, to cocoon, just for a moment. And it may be the moment, may be tonight. It may be in the morning. It may be for an hour in the day, you know. And one of my favorite ways to cocoon, I have a few, but one of my favorite is to take a cozy blanket, even if it's summertime. And because it gets really hot here, it's not too hot right now. It's 81 Fahrenheit, but to pull a blanket over yourself or some kind of robing or even over your head if you like, but to just, and if you want to lie down and do this in fetal position or just lie, prone, like Shavasana, or, allow yourself to veil your head. I know someone who goes under the sheets in their bed and they like to do it that way. And I think it's lovely. Whatever way you choose, going into a dark closet, whatever feels like cocooning to you, take a moment to do that. And so many things will arise from it that may surprise you, but they will be a delightful release, a delightful release. So, yeah. I love the chat room. So again, I'm going to try to do this each, what is this, Thursday? Time is very fluid for me these days. It zips by and then it slows down and expands and does all kinds of little all over the place. So if you want to join me next Thursday, I would be honored. And I will try to do this simultaneously with my radio show. I don't know if that'll work, but if it doesn't, then I'll do this probably instead of my radio show. So just to let you know. Okay. Now, before we go, I just want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you. It's always an honor to connect with you and to receive and flow with what is needed in the time. Okay. I would love for you to just for a moment place one hand on your heart, in your heart space. Taking a nice inhale and a deep exhale. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And then placing the other hand either on your womb or your low back. And just taking a moment, you can say this out loud, you can say it in your mind, you can sing it. You can close your eyes as you do this, but to thank yourself. Thank your highest self. Thank your human self. Thank your divine self for being here right now in this moment and merbeing through those waves. Initiating yourself in remembrance and in being. And one more breath. Thank you for joining me. Monday the 20th, I just want to give a shout out to this very powerful event that where Alice Heath and I are holding. We're facilitating Priestess of the Golden Age Part 2, Light Within. And if you haven't joined us for Priestess of the Golden Age Part 1, which was Ignite Her, you can find that replay at melissavirtue.com. But this will be Monday, Part 2, Light Within, will be Monday the 20th, which is the full moon, Venusian energies and light codes and so much light coming forth and information. Um, but it will be 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we'll hold the live event. 7:30 p.m. UK time. And if you're not able to join us live, then there you can have the replay. I mean, everybody gets the replay, so you can join in the replay. You know, there's no late for it at all. Energy is energy. It goes throughout all space and time. So you're not missing anything if you're not able to be there live. Okay. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, anything you'd like to share with me, I'm always honored. You can email me at awakening@melissavirtue.com and see me back here Thursday. I would be honored. So many blessings, so much love to you. Have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, um, dance of light. Okay. Dance of waves. Many blessings.